morning, and welcome to Coffee Break with your host, Sola and Nasifa. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2009, and here on the Emerald Isle, disaster looms and threatens our lifestyle.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Break. But have no fear, because here on the British Isle, we are willing to go every mile and won't ever forget to garnish a smile.
That's right. And talking about garnishing a smile, there are some things I would like to see government doing first. Then the smile will come after.
What particular things would you like to see, Nasifa?
Okay, well, why doesn't Montserrat have a public transportation system yet?
I have no idea. However, I'm sure anyone living in Montserrat knows that the chances of getting a ride in Montserrat is the same like finding a blue diamond the size of your fist around the neck of a donkey car's big.
I know. Now, with limited bus shelters, at least 2 districts apart in some instances, what happens to these people on foot?
Well, we know that there is more likely than not that they will get a ride.
I'm trying to, don't get my suggestion wrong now. I know that there are privately owned buses that operate in Montserrat, but there are several obvious dysfunctional problems with the current system.
Well, what's the problem?
Okay. First off, each bus can hold an uncomfortable 10 to 11 skinny people. The larger the size of the passenger and their packages, the less passengers can be carried.
That's a good point, you know. What else?
Second, using these private buses means time is not necessarily an issue of concern for you, the passenger.
But, you know, why not?
Because Montserrat drivers are so courteous, that they will take you, the passenger, to a supermarket to do your shopping with other passengers on board waiting, and guess what? At no extra cost.
I can see your point, you know. This is time, and time waits for no man or bus. What else?
Thirdly, if you miss one of these privately owned buses, you've missed all available buses for the next hour to an hour and a half.
Girl, you know that's so true.
I
have noticed, you know. They ain't easy at all. There's this little supermarket waiting for bus.
Oh my goodness.
And I wondered why. Why? Tell me.
Well, as I can gather it, it seems like all the private buses race each other. You know what I mean? One behind the other. So if you miss one, you miss all.
I have experienced that for myself. Is there a fourth reason?
Of course, there's a fourth reason. Fourthly, there is not enough ventilation to go with the melting pot of body odors and toe jams intermingling with your nostril hairs on the inside of these passenger buses.
Lucifer, you always complaining though. Gee, I would like to think that you have a solution. Do you?
I sure do. You right again.
Okay.
I have a suggestion, and once again, it is an economical one that can be used by a government without any money. Use what you have. Provide an incentive, create established route times and schedules. Listen, try not to develop a brain tumor trying to talk your way out of why this suggestion won't work.
Remember, we understand what we hear and we do care.
And while we are on the topic of transportation issues that bother me, there is one that really piques. Why doesn't the government purchase a vehicle for the old people low crawling along the side of the road every month end to collect their welfare checks at the government headquarters?
I have no idea. But my heart really goes out to these really elderly ones, you know, especially as I witness young and elite of Montserrat society passing them without a glance. The evil bastards.
You ain't hear? Evil bastards might be a little light for them too. In fact, I don't see why the government would need to purchase an additional vehicle anyway.
If so, then what about other options do the government have?
Okay, if this is the case, as I hear it, there are more police vehicles than police.
So if this is the case, an economical approach for a broke government would be to reacquire one of the police SUVs or buses, or repaint it and use it to transport the almost paralyzed old residents, that would make their way to the government headquarters for their checks.
Only to find out, sometimes, their checks are not ready and they need to come back tomorrow, having had to low crawl the whole way the first time.
If taking away a vehicle from a police force who boasts of no crime, it is not too much of a loss for the police.
You hear? Perhaps one of these permanently employed civil servants can do some actual service to the elderly civilians and deliver month-end welfare assistance checks to those old people instead of being paid to partake in instant messaging all day long on government's time and getting paid for that.
True, true. Girl, have you heard about the police officer that was fired for stealing $50?
$50? Please, why would you fire a police for stealing $50 when police have stolen pounds upon pounds of marijuana that turned up unavailable as evidence, 4 cases in court? Why haven't these particular police officers gotten fired? The value of these contraband is certainly more than $50. So if they want to impress me, they should start to really clean house.
You have a point. But I guess it's a start.
It's a start to a long line of decoys they plan to use on Montserrat residents.
Like, let's see, what decoys you talking about?
As I hear it, the Deputy Police Commissioner is paid 5 times more than the Police Commissioner. How true this is, I don't know. But as the conversation goes, it is because one is white and one is black.
I wonder which one is being paid the most.
I'm not wondering. Nor am I a gambler. But I bet the black dude got the short end of the money stick.
Talking about shameful. The government must should be beyond ashamed when it comes to catering for our children, It is obvious that our children are dying of boredom around here.
Why doesn't the government invite the same Coney Island that travels to other Caribbean islands to Montserrat? I mean, how difficult is that to accomplish?
I guess it won't be very difficult.
Well, it is a logical suggestion, filled with common sense, and will benefit the children and not the pockets of our leaders. So, I suspect the poor kids will just have to continue with their one lonely, bouncy castle that looks completely bounced out.
I won't be surprised if one day that bouncy castle explodes in a warning. Just from plain overuse.
Talking about overuse, I would like to make it known that it would be my pleasure to act as Montserrat's official ombudsman.
Wow! Montserrat ombudsman?
Think about it. Who else but me can keep this government dancing with bullets being shot at their feet?
Bullets shot at their feet?
Let me clarify.
Please.
The bullets I speak of are not real bullets, although the thought is tempting. I speak of bullets in the form of checks and balances that will be used to hold the collective negligent feet of the government to the fire.
Lucifera, please. These people would never put you to do that job. Remember here in Montserrat how well you can do something that's a culture. You have to be a foreigner to get paid around here.
I keep forgetting that.
But have no fear. We won't show nor scare. So join us next week.
Right here on Coffee Break.